Hey everyone. So welcome back to Only Shannon Knows. I am going to do something a little bit different and provide some guidance and some insights into what I do to download and upload my videos to YouTube and the tools that I use for thumbnails and then the very limited editing I do and then also I do add in subtitles as well, and then how I get my shorts. So I will go ahead and I will give everybody full preview of this and go ahead and please subscribe and like this video as well if you would like more of this content, and subscribe if you would like more content. I believe I will be making more. My first video was on monetization and the status of where I'm at regarding monetization, and I want to do another one as well because I'm almost 6 weeks in and I did have a break in between for a little bit. So I would like to talk into that. So, anyway, if you're interested, go ahead and subscribe. So, what I'm going to get into is the tools that I utilize, and then I'll show you how I upload everything. Now, the process, honestly, the big lift for me is the uploading, downloading into, I use Descript, which I will get into, and then uploading that into YouTube. That is the biggest time consumer, about 2 to 5 minutes. And I now, one item that does help me is I have all Apple products. So I have an iPhone that I record on very briefly. I don't use it that often to record. And then I use my iPad. And then right now I'm using my Mac. But this is just because I am sharing my screen and talking to everybody at the same time. So, with that being said, I am able to use the airdrop feature within Apple. That makes it extremely easy to just airdrop something, and within seconds it's on my computer and then I can start doing the editing. So let me get into that. As I mentioned, I do utilize, so the screen I'm showing you right now, this is Canva, and I will come back to this. So let me tell you what I do. So once I airdrop the video, I go into, the first thing I do is I go into Descript, and what that does is it gives me the option. You can see my past projects. And then what I do is I go ahead and I select new project. Now, side note, I do pay a monthly fee for this. I can't remember how much it is off the top of my head. I do pay for the monthly fee, and this is not sponsored either. So I will mention that. So, anyway, I go to new project here and video project. And then this is where I actually upload the photo file. And this is where it takes a good 2 to 5 minutes. So I personally am not going to upload anything right now and have everybody sit and wait and watch the file as it says rendering. But what I'm getting at is that prior to doing anything else, I start this upload process since it takes a little bit of time, so that while this is actually uploading, I can go over and I go into Canva and I create my thumbnail. I have Descript running in the background, and then Canva, I go ahead and I work in this. Now, I've already created my thumbnail for tonight, which will be this one, Travel Back. Let me show you, I'll show you a brief way of how you can create a thumbnail. I definitely recommend, I do pay for this subscription as well, and this is not sponsored. So if I go over here, YouTube thumbnail, and it, by the way, it does show me all my recent designs as well. So I go over to YouTube thumbnail, and then it will give you a blank canvas. So you can use this blank canvas, or you can type in, let's see, monetization or monetized. And here, it will give me, oh, sorry, I am in the wrong area. Let me go back home here, home and YouTube thumbnail and go back. And so monetization. Okay, so this doesn't have anything for monetization, but you could do money. Okay, and make your money grow. So anyway, you can come in here and you can edit any of this. You can change the colors, you can change the photo. So I'll delete that out. One thing that it does do is that this will, so if I upload a photo in here and I hit, there's a background remover and it will actually remove the background, which is pretty amazing, which is really nice. So anyway, but you can sit and actually, I really like this thumbnail. I'll probably use this for my next monetization one. And I will put an image here. So anyway, and I already have some uploads, so let me use this. This is the last one I used for my monetization. That's my son. He happened to take a photo of himself on my phone, and so I thought I would just go ahead and use it. But with that being said, watch this. BG remover. And just remove the background. Boom. And there you go. Background is removed. And so you have just the image, which is fantastic. You can do what you want. And again, you don't even have to use this template. You can utilize your own canvas, the back canvas. But honestly, this makes it so much easier for me when I have these templates. And like I said, I really like this one. So I think I'll probably use this the next time. And let me go back to my designs, my actual homepage here. As everybody can tell, I am still finding my way around here. Now, I do not know, look, this is new, photo editor. I have not done this yet. And I will mention that I do not use Canva for any type of video editing. That is where Descript comes in. Typically, by the time I'm done with my thumbnail, Descript is done. So I'm going to go home. I've already had something uploaded. Let me give you an example of how I would edit it. So this video I had uploaded, I did upload already. And see, these are very, very, okay. So this is what I do. Remove filler words, remove all. It's done right for you. It's so nice. And if you want to take out a section, you can just highlight it and just hit delete and take out that section. And there are other options as well. So you can add prime example captions, which I typically do. And I add it up at the top. I typically use this one. And I add that in so in case people can't hear me, they can at least see and read what I am saying. So I do add those captions in there. And then the other item you can always utilize is, I don't really do this, but you can utilize it as well, is you can edit this sound studio. So it's not letting me do that. Select audio to activate. So it's not letting me do that here. I don't know why, but I'm not even even if I could, I would not click on it because it takes a little bit for that too, 2 to 5 minutes, but it removes the background noise. So you kind of have to play with it a little bit though to make sure it doesn't also remove your voice as well. So anyway, you can do that. The other item, and actually, what I will let you know is once I am done, I take out the filler words or the words that are not needed. And then I go ahead and I hit export and I download it. Now I'm not going to download this one because again, it will take, this is again 2 to 5 minutes. I have already downloaded another video. So let me show you that one. I will actually upload that into YouTube so you can see how that works. So I'm going to go to my YouTube channel. I will go up here to the right. I am in YouTube Studio. YouTube Studio. Go into create, upload videos, select files, and I've had a couple of videos today. So travel back is what I actually created today. So I put my words in there, took out the filler words, put my captions in there, and that was it. And I select open and it pops right up. This process is quick. Now, this is also what I do, which is why this Descript is so fantastic, is I go back into Descript and it's not this video, so let me go to the other one. Let me go to my projects here. I will pull up, here is my video that I uploaded. Go to Underlord here and go down here and it will ask draft a title. So you can put in here, like obviously I have verbiage in here from another video I was doing. So you can add verbiage in here if you would like to kind of give the AI and Descript the ability to understand what you want to state in the title. So I'm just not going to enter anything and let me just see. I typically don't. Let's just see what it does. Hit submit. And then this gives you some title examples. So returning to Iowa, journey and reflection and reunion, emotional return from pain to recovery. This is actually a very good one. So see, I didn't even have to put anything in there and it basically captured it. And even this one, the third one's pretty good. Fourth one's pretty good, actually. So 2, 3, 4. Yeah. Anyway, we'll see what I end up doing. But let me just go ahead. I'm going to choose number 2. And I go back into YouTube and bottom line, there you go. You have your title. Now, what I do is I will add a emoji and then I will add my hashtags here. Anyway, I'm not going to add all the hashtags while everybody is here. Now, I do have, this is already saved in here, this description portion, and this has all of my typical hashtags, but I do go in like this one. I will take out GLP-1 journey, GLP-1 for weight loss. I'll take all of that out. But what I do is I also can go back into Descript and you know what I just realized? Generate an image. I don't think I've ever tried that. Might have to try that sometime. So I did draft a title, draft a YouTube description. Click on this. Again, you could do custom instructions. I will not do that. Again, very rarely do it. And here you go. It already has AI, goes ahead and puts together all the descriptions. The nice thing it also does is it puts in here where to go for the reader, where to go if you want to listen to certain aspects of the video. And so that is really nice. And that is definitely beneficial for anybody watching your video. So I will go ahead and I click copy, go back here, paste it in, and there you go. And you edit, I edit, not you, I. Like I said, I go back through and I edit my hashtags. You can auto generate a thumbnail if you wish. This does take a moment to actually generate because it gives you 3 options. As you can tell, it takes a minute. So I upload a file. I make my thumbnails. I upload them. And this is the one I already created earlier and in Canva. And so I will put that in there. And then I select a playlist. Now this one I am going to do, oops, let me scroll down a little bit here. Move this, and then I am going to do a new playlist. And I will add a description, etc. later. But you can go ahead and you can create a new playlist here. And then I might add it to another playlist as well. So you can add it to multiple playlists and then select done. Scroll down. I don't do any of these other items. One thing I do is these are just in general tags. So I go through and I will remove or add any tags I want in here. And then I go to the next screen. I do not add subtitles because Descript, I already do that in Descript. I do add an end screen. So let me show you what I typically add. So I will do, I don't do this one. I either do most recent upload, which one YouTuber recommended that, or if it connects back to another video or another topic, I go ahead and I choose my own specific video and I can choose a video. This one, what I probably will do for this one is probably just do the most recent. And then you can add another element in here. And I typically will do a playlist. So single mom, widow, dating, add that in there. And then I select save. You can add a card. So what the card does, and I typically add a playlist. What the card does is you can see right up here in the when your video first starts playing, it puts your playlist up here. So it adds that for the introduction. I have not received any subscribers from this. So sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. Not too sure if I'll keep doing it. But anyway, I leave it there. I do not do any of these other custom items, or I take the playlist, but I don't do this box or this box. I select save and then click next, next again, and then I schedule everything out. So this one I will probably want to post. I'll probably leave it at this time and have it posted this time. So reason being is you want to schedule it so it gives the YouTube back end enough time to figure out who wants to watch your video or who they think needs to see your video. So you need that that code to run on the back end for YouTube to figure out who you are, what type of content you have, and then also who is your audience. So I schedule 99% of my videos. And the timing, it doesn't really seem to matter to me what time it happens. I've Googled it, and Google has said typically between 5 and 6 during the weekdays. I don't know. And on the weekends, but I have not noticed. I've tried that and I didn't notice a difference in any of my videos and the watch hours. I think YouTube, there's even a blurb that I read somewhere that says there's not a link. Maybe it's in here. No, I read it somewhere that basically said the time that you publish it does not really affect the watch hours or the amount of people that see your video. So anyway, I go ahead and I schedule it, and then I go ahead and hit schedule. Now, when I go back to my content, I've never had that pop up before. Anyway, so now you can see all of the videos that I schedule, which obviously I don't, This is the only one I have scheduled. My shorts, I obviously do have a lot scheduled, and I will go into how I do these as well. So anyway, that's how I do the initial video. Now, I will say one thing, and maybe I'll bring up a short just to show everybody how I actually do it. But one item is, and let me get back to that 1 second. Okay, because I want to show you, because you can tag your short to your initial video. So I want to show you how to do that. But let me get back to how to create shorts. And so after I draft my YouTube description, draft my title, I go back on here, in here under Underlord, create clips. You can choose the number of clips you want. You can choose the clip duration. I increased my clip duration just so that I can get more watch hours, I think, or I get more content. I don't know. I just feel as though it had more meat to it, but it's up to you what you want to utilize. And then you can look and see how you want it to, how you want your short to look. So typically I'll do this one, or I'll do this one. I'll do this one right now. You can change the number of clips and then you can go ahead and hit submit. And then your clips should, there we go. Your clips will go ahead and they will get generated. And so here we go. This is where my clip was generated. I move from this, I move it up to the top. I do that because on YouTube, there typically is other verbiage down here, and then people can't see what my words are. And so I do that, and I go ahead and I export it, which I'm not going to do because that does take at least a couple of minutes. And then I imported it over into YouTube. So that's I'm gonna put this down here so I know that I haven't posted this yet. So that's the really nice thing with Descript, is that will automatically do all of your, it will do all of your clips for you. Now, see, it only did one of nine, or it only did 9 total. I asked for 15, it did 9. Sometimes that happens because there just isn't enough information to do any further clips. Now, what I will say is, let me see if I have an example. Oops, that's not what I wanted. Projects. Sorry, it's not that one either. And actually, I can show you one of the clips that I have. So let me show you how to upload a clip. I was going to go in and actually upload one for you, but again, that takes too long. So let me just show you how I do it, and I'll go back and I'll delete that clip later. So I go again to create, upload video, select files. This is a clip that I created earlier today. So I will select open. And again, I will put some sort of emoji in there, hashtags. I leave this information the same. I take out the hashtags that don't make sense for the actual clip. Sometimes I will go and I will edit this, which this I did today. I edited this sentence because to me it didn't, or this title, it didn't make sense. And then for the actual video. And then here you can select playlist. So I have a small talk with Shannon, and that is just where I put all of my shorts. And then you can always select another one as well, another video. After I do that, I do come down, and again, I edit these tags in here so that the correct tags are available as well. And the correct tags match the content that I'm posting. Then I go ahead and I select next, add related video. This was the information that I was saying you want to make sure that you do this. Now the only caveat is that I can't add the video until the video has been posted. So there are some times where I will schedule a video, schedule the shorts, and then go back and I have to edit the shorts to link them to the video once the video is posted. I don't like to do that often because I'm always afraid I'm going to go back and forget. Anyway, and the shorts don't take very long to make. So I go ahead and I add here, and this is the actual video that relates to this short. Hit next, next, and then again, I schedule it. And I'll show you, I sporadically schedule them. If I have something going up at 12, like prime example, the other video is going up at 12, I probably would do this on the 26th, let's just say 9:15 a.m. Random selection, and then I close it. And then that is over here in my shorts. And you can see all of these that I have scheduled here. And it will, oops, not the analytics, but you will be able to see when the short is actually scheduled. So anyway, I do not do a thumbnail. I know you can do thumbnails for shorts. You can go and that has to be done on your app through your phone. I do not do it. To me, shorts don't really give me a good amount of watch time. So for example, but this is what I mean. If I go over to earn, 96 subscribers. Only have 153 valid watch hours for the next 365 days. I have 34,000 public short views for 90 days. I have to get to 3 million. I just feel like that's just a lot to get to. A lot of content that's a minute and less long to get to. So I don't go back and edit that. Anyway, so that's it. I don't know if this has helped everybody. Again, I use Canva. I will have to check out this. I've never utilized this video. I've never utilized that. But I do utilize Canva a lot. I love their thumbnails that they have. And then I use Descript for actually editing the brief edit that I do in my photos. And then I do add the closed captioning in there and then I upload it and I use it for my shorts as well. So it makes my life so much easier because I don't have to think of a title. I don't have to think of what does the content say. I can just let Descript run its AI and complete that for me, which is fantastic. So anyway, hopefully this session was a good session. Please let me know if you would like more. Like I said, I think I'm going to do another update on my numbers because they have not been the best, but I also have not been posting that much. So I shouldn't say they're not the best. That is not a true statement. They are trending lower than what they were the past couple of weeks, but it's because I have not posted. I think I took a week or 2 weeks off from posting. I can't remember. And so that's why. It's not because of my videos. So anyway, definitely subscribe. Let me know if there's let me know in the comment if there's anything else that you're interested in. And I will chat to everybody later. Thank you so much for tuning in. Bye.